Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Scorpio. How are you, Scorpio? And welcome to new viewers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment away, and thank you to regular viewers. Let's see what's coming in. I'm going to use some Moonology for a foundation of energy. All right, luck is on your side. Nice. Some Sagittarius energy. A new start is coming. Beautiful. And you are good enough. Very nice energy. Yeah, you are good enough. Interesting. Let's have a look at the luck on your side, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on. Scorpio. Why is this card here? Luck is on your side. Yeah, got an opportunity coming in. Got a new start. Someone wants to start something here. It's offer, invitation, but it's somebody who is committing to something. Yeah, we have someone here choosing their battles. They've been thinking things through. Wow. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So I do see you having to make a decision. It's telling you to think this through before you rush to any decision. But we have a person, the energy between the two of you here is this person see a new start. They want to start something. They've thought it through. They're taking decisive action. But it's telling you to think this through before you make a decision. So I feel a decision coming in. Yeah, let's have a look at the Queen of Swords. This is probably yourself. This is about watching your words. Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's saying to trust your intuition here, to be wise. Okay, so I feel like some of you might already know the answers you're seeking here, but it's about kind of going within. And I feel the other person has too, because I do feel like you already know. You might know who this person is. I see Pisces energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and some Virgo energy as well. Ooh, yeah, we have definitely an offer, an invitation. This will be getting out, socializing. It could come from online off, but it is telling you to think it through before you choose. Don't rush into any decision. But you have the energy between you is somebody else taking decisive action. They're going to seize the day and take an opportunity. It's all about seizing the day, taking opportunities that are presented. Yeah, we have someone moving very quickly. Messages, communication coming in. Some of you may have multiple. Look at this energy of change. So this has to do with change and growth. Something is changing here. The tables are turning in your favor. Someone's seeing you in a favorable light, and it could have to do with yourself. It's telling you to think it through. Don't rush to a decision. Yeah, it's all about being wise. Now, I do feel Scorpios could be dealing with someone with the Queen of Swords energy here too. So yeah, so we have some Libra energy. It's all about justice and harmony. Some of you could have, like I say, I don't feel like this is someone cutting someone out. This is someone just needing to make a decision, because it has to do with change. You know, if you have something that wasn't going anywhere, there's no growth, you may be, making a decision. But it's about doing what's right for you. You may have someone here you feel, is it right for you? Okay, but I actually feel this is where the tables turn. Yeah, so there's this victory, some kind of truth, a little moment of enlightenment here. Aha. Let's have a look at this Three of Cups. Why is this here? This is someone coming up with an idea too. It's just a little realization. Yeah, there you are. See, it's about being open and available, keeping yourself open and available. This is somebody who definitely knows this. They're aware. Yeah. But this is about yourself, your own awareness, and it is telling you not to rush into any decisions, to think it through before you make a decision, okay? Because it has to do with the tables going in your favor, the things are turning in your favor. Someone sees you in a favorable light, and you may be, if you think it through, you might be the person maybe changing your mind about someone. But look, you've got this cup coming in, offer, an invitation. I feel multiple. Yeah, you got some luck on your side. Something feel very lucky, fortunate. Yeah. Wow. Let's have a look at the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so I do see a decision, a judgment. This could be out with the old in with the new, but I do feel it's just a decision. Now, this is about someone stepping up to the plate. Someone's about to step up to the plate. And this is what I feel like you want. So things are going in your favor. But I do think it's telling you the biggest energy here is for you to think it through. Don't rush into making a decision. Look at that. This has to do with partnering up, getting together, long-term stability. Now, this could be going on a date. This could be a restaurant, a place where people spend money, but it is about partnering up. So it has to do with someone coming in. You've got a new start. It could be just a new person coming in. But I do think we have someone who's maybe rushed in, rushed out, and they're kind of changing their mind. It's a person who feels like they need to hurry up here. Yeah, look at that. See, crossroads, crossing path, life path decision. So it has to do with someone who's about to step up to the plate. If you've got someone who's not, I do see you possibly ending a situation, out with the old, and then something new coming in. It's an offer, an invitation, the cup overflowing. Yeah, see, it's about looking at things from a different perspective. You could have someone checking you out. Yeah, because it's a new start, an opportunity. It has to do with someone building a foundation. It's about someone stepping up to the plate, following through. So it is an energy, a little Pisces energy. It's telling you to look at this in a couple different ways before you decide, okay? Yeah, but I feel we got someone checking someone out here. Let's have a look at the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. Ooh, look at that. 10 of Cups. This is also about the bigger picture. See in the bigger picture. But this is about getting out. There's an offer, an invitation. Could be a party, a festival, a wedding, going out for dinner, whatever it may be. But this is about the future. Yeah, so you definitely have choices. Some of you definitely have choices. It shows you need to make a decision. It's about love. It's an energy of two people forming a bond. But it is about, I feel, some of you having to make a choice more than anything. But it is about love, okay? Yeah, it's all about making some sort of commitment to a situation. You have someone who's single. See, this is someone who's single. They got it going on. But it is a person very much aware that you are. And it could be vice versa. See, there's perspective here. I think we got two people checking things out. Someone here I feel is just kind of... And I do think you are doing your due diligence here. You're being wise. But it's all about the cup. It's all about this offer, invitation. The cup overflows. Yeah. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. So there is an awareness of someone being single. Yeah. So I do see something ending. A situation has ended. You may be ending a situation with someone, or it's another person, but it has to do with your energy. See, this is change and transformation. Some of you are going to change your mind about someone here, and it could be vice versa. But I think we got two people checking each other out here. Maybe online dating, or somewhere in the community. Yeah, see, this is also... Now we have the Queen of Wands. So there could be definitely someone here involved with other people. Yeah, but it is, like I say, making a decision and being discerning. And this is often your own energy as well, because this is Mars energy, often Aries. And I feel it's an energy of knowing what you want here. Now's the time to figure out what it is you want, what truly makes you happy. But this is someone who finds someone attractive. They feel like they got it all going on. And I definitely feel like it's an energy of independence. So I do feel it is about... I think it's about being a little vulnerable, needing to be a little vulnerable, because I feel like you're showing a lot of independence. And that's why I kind of feel someone may have rushed in and backed out. Yeah. See, someone who's independent, where they kind of come across like they want to be single. But I do think someone here is very much aware you're single. It's just two people checking each other out here. Yeah, you've got an Emperor coming in. See, tables are turning, things going in your favor. Now the Emperor could be anyone, any of these signs here. Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, another Aries. Well, This is your energy, Scorpio. See, transformation. Something is ending so something new can begin. I think it's a person ending something. But this is just a whole new path. So like I say, it's transformation. This is internal change, I feel. Very internal. And I do think you got a person here. This person, I do see Pisces, Virgo energy. Yeah. See, you are good enough. And it could be someone who maybe felt, finding you very attractive. It's possible this person's been thinking this through. But it is about you are good enough. Okay? And I'm going to be honest. Some of you definitely have the energy of being very independent. So it is about being vulnerable. Being a little more vulnerable, because I think we have a person who rushed in and changed their mind because this is someone who often gets the impression that you just kind of really just want to be single. Yeah, see, independence. So it's all about being vulnerable. Let's have a look at the High Priestess. Yeah, we've got someone with King of Swords energy, someone trusting their knowing. It's a person who's wise, they're doing their due diligence. So you see the energy between two people. Yeah. Choosing your battles. Someone here, it's also about choosing your words. It's telling you to choose your words, the way you communicate. I do think you're giving someone the impression you just want to be single. That you're kind of happy that way. Okay, so it's about being emotionally available. And that's what I feel like you need to do here. But because this King of Swords is kind of skeptical, their swords up. But I'm going to tell you, they're having a little aha moment. So there is this person thinking things through here. They're analyzing. They're also doing their due diligence. They are aware that you're single. They find you attractive. There's a spark and attraction. But it is about making a choice. It could be this person ending something with someone. Okay, because it could be some external energy here as well. But it is about passion, desire, and attraction. Yeah, this is somebody with some Cancer energy, boy. Some of you are just dealing with different people, but it is a person who feels confident. See, someone's kind of putting on the brakes here, and they're taking another look. They're going, aha. So someone knows something here. And it's just the way they're thinking. See, they're also keeping this to themselves. So it's an energy of, I think this person already knows here. I think they're coming in to take the lead, to take control. Yeah. The Ace of Swords is showing some sort of truth and victory, some moment of enlightenment. Why? Because the Hanged Man. See, this person's kind of going within, looking at this. They're taking another look here. And I feel like it's telling you to do the same thing. Because there's something here about the two of you. There are two people who speak up and they speak their minds. But it's about choosing your words. See, it's about someone's choice of words. So it is about being vulnerable. I really feel that this is what it's telling you to do. Now, this person sees it too, someone who doesn't like to be vulnerable. I do think they know they need to take the lead. Look at that. So this is someone, see, win-win. They see you in a favorable light. So someone's changed their mind here. They're taking another look. It's telling you to as well. So it has to do with this person building a foundation. See, it's all about the emotional energy, opportunity, invitation coming in. Yeah, see, it's about two people filling each other's cup, giving each other what they need. That Nine of Cups. See, confidence, self-control. But it is about filling each other's cup, giving each other what they need. Someone here is kind of pretty closed off. I got two people. See, being kind of closed off, arms are crossed. I'm content the way things are. See, you're giving someone the impression that you're kind of content, that you're independent. So the tables are turning. And this person's really seeing things different here. Tell me about this Nine of Cups. Yeah. See, it's about interest, being patient. I think this is someone here who is coming in to kind of take the control of the situation. See, the energy of assumption that someone's not interested. See, this is their assumption that you're not really that interested. And it could go the other way around. But this has to do with change. There's something to do with communication that's going to change. Someone's changed their mind here. Yeah, I see you waiting patiently. But this person really, I feel their impression is what they're assuming is that you're not interested. Now they're taking another look. Now it could be yourself in that energy. Tell me more about the Chariot. Yeah, King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is a person here who's taken another look. This is someone who's been doing some thinking. They've been analyzing the situation. See, they may have rushed in, rushed out. But I do think you are giving someone the impression that you just want to be single or that you're content the way things are. It has to do with someone choosing their words. So this person's been thinking this through. See, they're wise. And if you do have choices to make, I feel it's saying to take another look. This is a person who's confident and bold. If they want something, they'll go after it. Ooh, King and Queen of Wands. Yeah, we got someone doing a lot of thinking. Someone here has been trapped in their thoughts. See, this is what's been holding someone back. This is what's holding this person back. They're something about the way you're communicating is making this person feel like you're content, that you just want to be single. You need to be more vulnerable. See, they're looking for a little vulnerability. And they're trying to stay in control of their emotions, but they see this. They're taking another look. See, they're looking at what's been holding them back. So what's holding both of you back here? And I feel both. It's about choosing your words. Yeah, see, it's about letting this person take control. I feel they're having a little aha moment. Yeah, I mean, they see an Empress, somebody who they feel like maybe you're not interested, you've lost interest, but yet you're open to other people. You're open, you're keeping your options open, that you're losing interest. Or you're thinking that, assuming it with them, that they're not interested. But it's what's holding these two people back. It has to do with the way you're communicating. These are two people being discerning. You know, there's a little skepticism here, coming across as emotionally unavailable. See, it's the impression. It's choosing your words. Both people. So you got a person about to come in here. Yeah, look at that. See, this is someone who feels like you've got someone new. But this is about someone seeing something clearly. See, they're seeing things clearly. I do think there is going to be a conversation here. I do feel like some of you do have someone new coming in. But this person's been doing a lot of thinking. A lot. But it's what was holding them back too on their own. See, they're seeking clarity. And if you are open to someone new, this person's trying to figure out, like, their impression is you just wanted to be single because of the way you're communicating. See, it's about being vulnerable. Open to other offers, opportunities coming your way. See, it has to do with releasing things that no longer serve. But I do think you know your worth and your value, and they're seeing all this. They're just doing a lot of thinking. So I do think this is someone going to come in and take the lead. See, it's an energy of expectations. This person's kind of like, and I'm going to be honest here. This is someone who kind of feels someone's a little full of themselves, okay? And you both may be thinking that about both people. But it's really about filling each other's cup. See, nobody really got what they wanted here. I do see a Leo energy. See, some of you, it is like the same thing keeps happening. People come in and put on the brakes. So I do think a lot of this is yourself, releasing things that no longer serve. And I do think it is someone who feels like you have very high standards, it maybe making them feel like they're not good enough, and it could go either way. Because it is about respect, self-respect. But there's something here that needs to be released. Yeah. And this person, they're, you know, like you're a little full of yourself, right? A little full of it. But you may be thinking the same thing about them. But it's interesting because it is energy of all these things that are holding you back from moving forward. Yeah, there's a lot of thinking. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. And I do think this is somebody who was kind of keeping it all in, keeping things to themselves. But what happened here is, I think the feelings were mutual at some point here. And I do feel like, I mean, yeah, it's all the energy of a breakthrough. See, it's about not chasing. They need to pursue. This person sees you want to be pursued. But they also want to know. They also want to be pursued. This is all about the pursuit of happiness here. It's all about the future. This is somebody here who probably felt, no, this isn't going to go anywhere. This just isn't going to go anywhere. I see there's some pride and ego. And I think it's both people, in that energy. But it's saying to release all this. And I do think some of you have let go of control. You want to be pursued. But so do they. See the tables turning. I don't think you're chasing after someone. And this is somebody going, aha, they get it. They need to pursue. Yeah, see, it's about cooperating, compromising, compatibility, the things you have in common. But it is about teaming up. See, teaming up and going down this path. It's all about spending time together. See, spending time together, doing things together. This person's, there's a little bit of awakening here with the Hanged Man, because it is about someone checking other people out. I definitely feel like you have a couple people that you're checking out and vice versa. But it has to do with a couple people here. Yeah. See, someone's Sagittarius energy. There's Aquarius energy here. But I'm going to tell you, it has to do with someone taking a step back. See, they kind of felt something is off because you're coming across like maybe you're just content. You just want to be single. See, something didn't feel right. It felt off. But now they're taking another look with the Chariot. It is about self-respect, self-worth. But this is where the other person, somehow they felt they weren't good enough. Because you have high standards. But they're seeing this differently. So interesting, yeah? See, it's all about a communication that could change everything. It's about spending time together, being together. It's about talking, connecting. See, on that emotional level, having a conversation. Some of you do have someone else coming in here. I don't know if you feel like this person's your type, though, a possible Leo. It could be first impressions, too. Often it's two people's first impressions are often a little off. So it is about giving something another try, another chance here. Yeah, interesting energy. Some of you definitely been playing the field, dating a lot of people. But I'm going to tell you, nothing seems to go the distance because it is about being together and spending time together. I feel like you're kind of open to whatever comes your way. Yeah, but see, feeling a little beat up, feeling like giving up. There is somebody here who's not going to give up, and maybe even a couple people. Some of you do have someone new coming in. They could be a Leo. But this is someone's first impression, that somebody here just doesn't really want to go down this path. Like, this just isn't going to go anywhere. So kind of what's the point, right? But I see two people going to have a conversation here. It's going to be a conversation here that could change everything. It's all about two people's first impressions of each other. Often feel off. It doesn't feel right. Interesting energy. Tell me about the Two of Cups. See, it's about a desire, attraction, chemistry. The Lovers is showing up again. Confirmation. See, it's all about desire and attraction. See, manifesting what you desire with high vibrational energy. So this is attracting what you desire. But I do think some of you are being, fairly picky, particular, which is fine, doing discerning. But it is about choosing your words. And I do think it is about being a little more vulnerable. Because if you want someone to pursue you, you need to be a little vulnerable. You need to let this person know that you're open to this. And there is a lot of attraction and desire. Yeah. See, a little bit of confusion, illusion, things that are unknown. There needs to be clarity. This person's coming in. So it is someone feeling confused. Like, I do think you're giving someone the impression that you just want to date and play the field. I mean, it could be about choosing your words, coming across as emotionally unavailable. But what we have is two people trying to do their due diligence. I can see it. It's like you're both thinking the same thing about the other person. There needs to be some clarity. There's going to be clarity here. There's someone here who doesn't want to give up. But I do think some of you feel like giving up. Nothing ever seems to go the distance. But you need to look at what it is you need to let go of. Your own pride and ego, not wanting to be vulnerable. Yeah, and that's probably both people. Swords up. One more on the Nine of Wands. See, that massive realization, the Tower. See, this is when the Tower comes down, everything becomes exposed. See, some of you feel like giving up, like nothing ever seems to go the distance, like they don't, you know, it never seems to go to the next level. And I do think you know your worth and value, self-respect, but there's something it's telling you need to release. Okay, and I do think there's pride and ego getting in the way. This is a person who comes in with this energy, very masculine, see, about providing, being able to provide. But when someone comes across that they have everything they need, you know, I think you're trying to show somebody that you take care of yourself, you provide for yourself, that you make a good partner. But they're seeing it from a different perspective, okay? That you're not really that interested. It won't go the distance. Yeah. It's about being a little more humble, okay? Being humble. And I definitely feel the Tower coming down, a shock, surprise. I do think you got a person, see, the tables are turning. I think you got a person going to come in. If you have met somebody recently, someone new, they are definitely, that was their impression. Making that, they made them feel like they weren't good enough. Like, I feel like you're kind of feeling that way in some way because of, it never seems to go the distance, but it's how you're making other people feel, okay? And it's more than likely not intentional because this person's thinking about this. There's going to be a breakthrough. Yeah. But there is definitely a situation here with some of you that I feel isn't going to go anywhere. Yeah. But it's telling you there's things that you need to let go of. You need to release. See, nothing will come of a situation. See, there's one situation here, nothing's going to come of it. But there is someone here who's not giving up, and I think you're going to be a little shocked and surprised at who comes in. Yeah, it's about surrendering to the divine. See, it's about surrendering. See, it's like I feel like it's yourself. You're not surrendering something. Coming across as emotionally unavailable, you need to be more vulnerable. That's one thing. And the other one is letting go of pride and ego. Because I feel like you're letting people know you have high standards, but and which is, like, I feel like you're speaking a truth, but you're giving the other people the impression that you're out of their league. And making them feel like they're not good enough. And you got an emperor here who feels that way. So yeah, you see? But I do think you've got one of these situations here I feel isn't going to go anywhere. And then there's a situation of somebody new or just this high vibrational energy, the Tower. See, sometimes the Tower has to come down to get clarity, to see things clearly. I think you're going to be a little shocked and surprised here. Yeah, it's about holding your vision, staying on course at what it is you want. But there is a person focused on you, and it is somebody coming in. I feel that you've already crossed paths or made a connection with. And they're looking at this a little differently. Yeah, it's just people who are analytical, analyzing a situation. Confidence is key to success. Somebody who's confident, a Leo energy. But I definitely feel, and maybe you have two Leos here, but one of them is definitely nothing is going to come of it, or they feel nothing will come of it. So they really didn't do anything to try to impress you. It's all about first impressions. Okay? Don't try to over impress somebody. It's telling you, reality check, just be you. Okay? Which is fine. And if you are just being you and being yourself, and nothing comes of a situation, then so be it. It's not meant to be. Yeah. But I gotta tell you, the tables are turning here. Something's about to shift. There's going to be a shift. And it has to do with the person who's now feeling more confident. See, the answers you need are coming. There may have been questions, things you wanted to know. So the answers are coming. And there is going to be some kind of communication. And I think you already know the answers you're seeking. It's almost like you're keeping yourself single because of somebody else here. And maybe not even realizing it. See, that Temperance has that kind of energy. It's telling you to take a step back and look at things different. But it's almost two people's impression of each other is kind of the same, feeling, oh, this isn't going to go anywhere. See, it's all about surrendering. See, some of you, it's almost like you're not. It's about, it has to do with control, releasing control. See, some of you are letting other people take the lead, which is fine. But it has to do with someone's first impressions. Yeah, see, I see a new romantic cycle. There is somebody coming in. There's going to be some answers that you need are coming. But there is a situation here I feel that may not go anywhere. But it's interesting because it comes right up with these two people, both giving each other the impressions that you're out of each other's league, or you have too high a standards, or someone can never make you happy. And the impression that you actually just want to be single, like very independent. Yeah. So it's telling you to be a bit more vulnerable because it does have to do with this providing. Yeah, you got the end of a tough cycle approaching here. See, the end of a tough cycle. A new romantic cycle is about to begin. But it is about releasing all these things that no longer serve. Because it's almost like these two people's impressions of each other is the same, making someone feel like they're not good enough. They can't provide or give you what you need because you got everything. Okay, so the Empress is an energy, yes, knowing your worth and value, absolutely. And self-respect makes you more desirable. But there comes a point where there needs to be some kind of balance. But you have someone coming in, a new romantic cycle. I see some Libra energy here. Yeah, some Capricorn energy. Somebody here, it could be another person too. Like, I feel like you've been playing the field, dating, getting a lot of attention, but it never seems to go the distance. Nothing seems to go anywhere. So it's why it's telling you to look at that. Yeah, somebody with some Cancer energy, you or a loved one is safe. It's about, and this is someone seeing, it's about making someone feel safe. See, making someone feel safe. That's the Cancer energy. Somebody who's a little hard on the outside, soft on the inside. See, there's a very masculine energy underneath this. You and another person here, like I say, you're all dealing with different people. Some of you have dealt with a bunch of these people because you're online dating or just being very social. Yeah. But it's all about looking at what needs to change, what you need to let go of to be able to, because it's about letting people in. And we have that King and Queen of Swords energy. See, it's all about truth, being discerning, and making a decision. See, it's about doing it together, doing something together. It's all about keeping everything very balanced here. I do think you are doing what's right for you, but it's telling you to kind of look at the people coming in. Some of you may have a particular type. You're really fixed on that type. And you may have the same kind of people coming in because of what you're how you're attracting them. Yeah. Yeah. You and your loved ones are safe. There's some Cancer energy here. It is about feeling safe, being pursued, making someone feel safe. Yeah. I do feel like you took control at some point and reached out to someone. But you got something new. And I do tell you it's about taking another look at a situation. It's about trying something different, doing things different, a different type. Because I honestly feel some of you keep attracting the same kind of person. It never goes the distance. Yeah. Self-respect. I see we have two people who have self-respect here, which is interesting. This is that King and Queen of Swords. It's just energy of two people. You may have these energies in your charts. So I'm wishing you luck here. You got something starting. It's telling you to take a step back and look at anything that you can let go of so that things can move forward. It's not just yourself, it's another person, but you are giving someone the impression you just want to be single, and they feel like they're not good enough. But again, your own impression is you may be feeling the same way. You know, there's a lot of pride and ego at play here. Take care. Bye for now.